Join me on a Tabata workout today. Tabata is 20 seconds of work followed by 10 seconds of rest. We do everything 4 times. We have 3 sets and it's fast paced. And so quick transitions, you need a good range of weights. I'm gonna say 5 to about 15 pounds. And make sure you've got your mat out for the warm up, and I'll see you on the mat. Okay, the first exercise we're going into is our squat curl press. So you're going to lower down through your hips, come up, hammer curl, and then add that shoulder press at the top. So really making sure hips back, squeezing your glutes, pressing at the top. I know it's fast paced, but you still want to have good form and good quality reps. And so, all right, believe it or not, that's done. So you're gonna grab one weight. We're gonna go into side lunges, weight at your chest. And from here, you're gonna step up to the side, big step, bending that outer knee, keeping that one leg straight and pushing off that bent leg. So really getting that nice stretch in your inner thigh. Excellent. Done. And done. Quick rest. All right, we go back to that first exercise. So, all right, quick transitions here. Weights on your, weights beside you. See, so fast, I've got to get with the program here. Squeeze your glutes, breathe out on that press. So, hips back. We probably get 3 to 4 reps in. So, making sure you're breathing. All right, let's get one last one in here. And done. All right, quick rest. See, fast, but it's good. Get your heart rate up. All right, stand in the middle of your mat and ready. Here we go. Shift that weight, that leg, side to side, hips back, holding that weight at your chest. Good. Really sinking those hips back. And, all right, switch, next one. All right. So it's fast, but you know what? It's great when you're short on time. So you still get it in. All right, do it. Squeeze, hammer, weights to shoulders, press up. All right, chest up in that squat. Good. Let's do it. Last one. And done. All right. Woo. Just barely. All right, here we go. Weight at your chest. I'm gonna go the other way this time. So, there we go. It's good to change it up. Hips back, toes are straight at 12 o'clock. Good. Great for inner thighs, outer thighs, glutes. Right, and okay, we snuck one last one in there. Okay, we did it. Here we go. All right, see, last set. Here we go. So, deep breath. Fast paced. 4-minute sets. Really squeezing those glutes, especially as you go into that overhead press. All right, last one. We're gonna get it in. Done. Woo, look at that. Okay. Woo. Here we go. Last side lunge. So I'm gonna balance out. I'm gonna go to the side again. All right, let's do it. And then we have a new round after this exercise. So we want to go into some lighter weights on this next round. Good. We're really sinking those hips back, keeping that chest up, and done. All right. So medium weights, plie to high pull, feet shoulder width apart. You're gonna lower down with the weights, pull high and wide at the top. So hips are forward, everything is nice and stacked at the top before you go into that high pull, pulling those weights up and back. So, and done. All right, you need some lighter weights on this next one. We're gonna go into alternating lateral to frontal raises. So one weight facing your thigh, one faces the side. So lifting shoulder height, shoulders down and back. Take your time. Switching this off. If you find one move is harder than the other, go with one of the two. All right, one last one. All right, done. Whew. All right, keep those weights handy. Why do I put them back? I don't know, aesthetics, I guess. All right, toes turned out and go. It doesn't matter what you do at home. All right, so getting really low if you can in that plie squat. Working inner thighs, glutes, some outer thighs. But getting the back of shoulders in this exercise. Good for posture. All right, whew, look at that. Okay, maybe I won't be so neat. I'm living on the edge. All right, one weight, remember, facing side of thigh and front of thigh. Shoulders down and back. Taking your time. So trying to hold just for that second at the top, if you can. Good. Reposition your shoulders down and back. All right, we're halfway. Woo! I know, believe it or not. Okay, plie position. Toes at about 11 and 1. Let's do it. And pull up high and wide. Squeezing those glutes. If you can't get the weights up as high at the top, then you probably need to go down in your weight. So good, last one. And done, awesome. Whew. All right, third set. Here we go. Hips forward and lift. Good. So arms are fairly straight on this. Maybe just a little bend in the elbows. Good. Squeezing those glutes. Last one. All right. Woo, all right, last set of these. All right. Here we go. So lining up those heels underneath your shoulders and lower. Hold. So it's a great exercise for posture. Working those back and shoulder muscles at the top. Squeezing those glutes. Don't forget to breathe. Almost done, guys. Done. All right. Last one, and then we're down on the floor. So, all right. Here we go. Ready? Let's finish it. Make them strong. Quick transition onto the floor coming up. There we go, good. So you should be feeling that fatigue set in. Short sets, but 4 sets. All right, last one here. All right, come on down with medium weights. So we're gonna go into our chest fly skullcrusher combo. All right, bum up, open up in that fly. Skullcrusher, arms in line with shoulders, squeezing your glutes, squeezing it shut, deep bend in those elbows, arms briefly touch the mat if you can, all right, and done. And then a medium weight for our lat pullover, toe touch leg drops. So legs up, make sure you've got good grip on that weight. We're going to take that weight behind us, tap the floor, reach up to touch your toes. So you can bend your knee here as level 1. Level 2 is with that straight leg. Level 3 is with the straight leg drop, like so. So you just want to be mindful of that back not lifting up off the mat. And whew, done. All right. Quick rest. Quick. All right. Chest fly, skullcrusher number 2. Bum up, weights up. Squeeze those glutes. Open up nice and wide. And deep bend in those elbows. Open. Good. Really trying to keep it isolated to the tricep and that skull crusher. So you're not moving your shoulders and arms a lot in that. And done. All right. rest, put one of those weights down. Whew. Oh yeah, legs up, here we go. And weight goes behind you with fairly straight arms, and then reach up. If you have a little bit of a bend in the elbows, that's okay. Just means you're gonna get a little more tricep on that. If you can't touch the floor, that's okay too. You just do what you can. And, all right, rest. At least it's an easier transition on the floor. All right, if you got the right weight. All right, let's do it. Here we go. Open up, set 3. A little bit of a brain fart, this one. It makes you think about, at least with this one, you're always dropping a leg away from you when your arms are moving. So, all right. Oh, that's it. Oh, that goes fast. All right. Woo. Here we go. Arms up, legs up, and good. Make sure you've got good grip. Hold that weight. And slight lift. If you don't like the lift, you can just keep your back pressed on the mat. Goes fast. That's the best thing about a Tabata, is that you're in it, and before you know it, you're done. Woo! All right, one last set. Woo! We got it, we got it, we can do it. Here we go. Let's finish off. Here we go. All right, last one. Just sneak it in. Ooh, sneak, 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 and oh. All right, faster transition. Sorry, just wanted to get that one last one in. Legs up, arms up. All right, here we go. Let's do it. Last one, guys. Reach up. Lift. Working lower abdominals and those leg drops. This is such a great move, working so many different muscles with not a lot of time, right? All right, last one. Oh, and look at that. Woo. Oh, done. Look at that. You got it in. Tabata, short, fast, done. Make sure you do your cool down and your stretch. Have some water, get your protein in, and I will see you at the next workout.